Just want to make a quick video about this King's inverter. This one at 3000 watt King's inverters. It's a monster of a thing. She's huge. But I just want to mention how awesome the power output is. There's a light on. So this thing is running the aircon and a massive battery charger down in the house. We're about to dip out on low voltage. We've only got 11.8 volts. And the only just turned it back on, so when I turned it back on, it kicked in a 60 amp 24 volt battery charger and was running the aircon at the same time. I'm turning it back off. And this battery bank's flat. But for the last 4 hours, it's about, oh no, even longer. A little bit of warmth in them cells. It's like they've actually put out some grunt tonight. So these are, so we've got a Voltex 100 amp hour, another 100 amp hour, and then two 120s, which were Solar Kings. So there's what, quick maths, 2400, are they 1500 watts each? 1500, so 3000, 2400, so 5.5 kilowatts, round numbers, sitting up there on the shelf, and they run to this little Victron 1600, which is about to get replaced. That little Victron charges batteries, jump starters charged off this, and some of the workshop lights, and the little air compressor that alternates between the two inverters. Depends if I'm using it for long or not. If I'm not using it for long, this little guy can do it. It's this real simple lithium power system. I think there's about $1,200 in batteries invested there. I bought that second hand for $250 on Facebook because it was too big to fit in an old fella's caravan. Yeah, I think that was $500. It's got Victron written on it, so you understand. I was actually running the welder with this the other day. It'll actually run the little flux core MIG with 0.9 flux core wire in it. I had it on about 1/3 settings, so about 75-80 amps, and I was welding an exhaust pipe together with it. Obviously that's pretty awesome. I could probably do with another set of cables up to it. They're the ones that it came with. I could probably add a set. Don't look at this one. This one's just the little solar charger that feeds this pack. Otherwise we've got a big lot up there, and then this small lot here that come down to the Victron. Really squeaks perfect, doesn't it? So yeah, just if you see one of these big 3000 watt inverters, I'd probably grab it. I don't know if the USB port's useful for anything, but I'll put you on the volt gauge, and I'll just turn the inverter back on. Can you see the volt gauge? You can if I do that. Watch it load up, and you'll see this voltage sag. So it'll run for about 10 seconds and take over the aircon, which is just done there. So it's got the aircon. Mind you, that's 40 meters away in the house. And you'll see when it starts charging the batteries. Oof. Diving. Alright, I'm turning back off. Even though they're lithium, that's pretty crazy. This charge controller is actually, it's done 608 kilowatt hours total. 43,000 amps. 48,000 amps, sorry. Yeah, just some of the cheaper things you can buy are actually pretty good. So yeah, don't be scared to look at some of the cheaper things. Obviously, if you're just building a site container out or something like that, I'd I recommend this. It does start some air compressors. It definitely starts that one. The direct drive one it used to start, it doesn't really like the belt drive. It'll do it from time to time, but it's unreliable. You can't expect it to do it every time. Yeah, pretty cool. These Victrons are great too. Like, as far as 12 volt crap goes, it is doing its thing. On a hot day, the fans stay on until it manages to get a proper cool down happening. Otherwise, yeah, they work well. They're big. If you've got a ute and a dual battery setup and you've got a lithium in the back, I'd get one. You make your lunch at work, whatever. Get a couple of lithiums in the back of your bus. I think I'm going to stick these two here in my work truck. Because my lead acids in my work truck are getting pretty sad. And, well, you know, lithium iron phosphate, we may as well be running it, because these are calendar aging faster than I can wear them out, guys. That's something you got to think about. Lithium iron phosphates will probably wear out from calendar aging before you cycle them enough to wear them out. Now, I want to get to the point where I can buy either some batteries like these new and have a shunt on them so I get a cumulative in and out, and I want to actually test that theory. I want to try and wear one out, because I'm seeing failures, I'm seeing them get old. We can't simulate time. I think we need to just kind of figure out how many cycles you can actually get one to do and how long it takes to wear one out. It's going to be a long-term video, obviously, but these ones were fire damaged, so like they got a bit of a ripply top. I don't know if you guys remember seeing them. These ones are really cheap. So the difference between a good one and a cheap one is the BMS and the way they're packaged. So these ones are all pretty hollow sounding, which says to me that they're an empty case with a bit of foam around them. It's ridiculous how light they all are too. I'm constantly mind blown by how light they are. But yeah, I think I need to set up a rig that just charges every day flat out, runs something, charges, runs something, charges, runs something. We might need to do some kind of semi-automatic operation where it goes through a shunt one way and then out of a shunt the other way. I might even just try this one. I'll just try this Voltex one and just try and actually wear it out, because I'm not hearing of anyone saying that they're losing capacity drastically. As long as you get these up high in their charge range so that they're getting a proper balance when they get to the top over time, because if you only cycle them down low, they never get that real top balance. But I quite often, when the generator's running, will turn one or two of these on, and they're set to 15 volts. And they're 40 amps each. With two of those on and the generator just running on recycled fuel to run something else normally, I'll just have one of those on so there's a bit of static load, so you're up in the efficiency band. I think that Voltex is the one. Let's I might even put him in my work truck and just send it. I've got a big inverter in the, it's only a 1250 or whatever VA inverter, big for a ute truck. We might send it with that in there and just see how much torture it can take. Absolute worst conditions, it's underneath the truck in a battery case. We might put the cheapies in there, do a full capacity test on them after a balanced charge and fill them up, because we're not going to need them once I actually build that power wall out. And on the truck will be handy, and we can throw some lead acid batteries in the scrap bin. Thanks for watching. These are great. I just had to mention it because like it was running the aircon and charging the small battery bank in the back of the house through the hybrid inverter off of these 4 simple little lightweight batteries. Like, they're on the top shelf. They're on the top shelf and I can move it. You would never risk putting the equivalent energy at 50% state of discharge of lead acid on the top of that shelf. It's just a Bunnings shelf. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video.